Good afternoon, class. My name is Chad Bolding, and tonight I want to talk to you about the proper techniques on how to wax a car. Using your car is one of your nicest investments that you own. Obviously, it's something you spend a lot of time in, so why not take care of it? Because someday down the road, you may look to get rid of your vehicle, and this will help on your resale value if you've taken very good care of your paint job on your car. The steps we're going to cover tonight are, first will be different types of wax and items you're going to need to wax your vehicle. Second will be to wash the car. Third will be drying the car off. 4 will be applying the wax, and the last step, number 5, will be how to remove the wax properly. Waxing a car is a little time consuming. You need to go ahead and plan for about a half a day to do it the right way. One of the first things we're going to talk about will be the different items needed to wax a car. There's different types of wax out there. You have cleaner waxes, you have polishing waxes, and you have detail waxing. One of the first things you need to do is it's good to have is a clay bar, and it comes with detail wax generally. Next time is a cleaner wax. They are good for removing small scratches, paint imperfections. This helps, this is usually your second step in the polishing process, and then the last will be your actual polishing wax that you'll need. So basically you're going to go in 3 types of waxes if you're going to do it properly. Next thing, are you going to do it by hand or are you going to use a machine? If you're going to do it by hand, most waxes come with a little foam applicator that's pretty easy to use. Generally it's a lot more elbow grease, but pretty much can still get the same outcome as you can with a machine. There's 2 types of machines out there. You have an orbital buffer, which are pretty easy to use. They're not real heavy, they're not real expensive. They come in different sizes, anywhere from a 6-inch kind of palm up to a 12-inch, which is pretty much a 2-handed buffer. The other type is a high-speed buffer. Advise most people to stay away from those unless you're pretty experienced at doing it. That's what your body shops use. If you don't know what you're doing, you can easily burn the paint job on your car with those, and you don't want to do that. Something you're trying to do to help the vehicle, and you could quite possibly hurt the vehicle. Next thing, washing the car. You need to look at the location first of all. You're going to do it in your driveway. Some people wash it in the yard. Some people have at their apartment complex or their condos, they have a little washing bay they can do it at, and sometimes people just wash them at a quarter car wash. There's nothing wrong with any of those. It's just at least knowing where you're going to do it and taking all your stuff with you. First thing I want to talk about is the techniques for washing your car. Believe it or not, there is a technique. You want to start out and work from the top and work your way down. When you get ready to wash the vehicle, first thing you're going to do is make sure that your bucket and your sponges and everything is clean from your prior washing or whatever else you use your bucket and stuff for. You don't want anything in there that could scratch the paint when you're actually trying to wash the car. You could be actually scratching it. Once you've wet the car down, start at the top, work your way down. I tend to just do the top part first, then I spray it all off before the soap dries, and then I work my way down around the outside of the vehicle, down to the quarter panels, and then last your wheels and tires. This completes the washing process. The next step we're going to move to is going to be the drying process. You can dry the car off. You can use a chamois. You can use a regular towel. Either one works well, but the chamois tends to work a lot better. It's easier to wring out each time you use it, whereas a towel, once you get it wet, it's just pretty much wet. Also, towels can scratch your paint's clear coat as well. Chamois are a lot easier on it, and that's generally what most professionals will advise you to use, will be a chamois. Once again, when you're drying your vehicle off, start at the top, work your way down. Once you get to the bottom of the vehicle, most of the water should have ran down, and it makes it a little easier to do it that way. One of the most overlooked areas, though, before you're going to wax a vehicle is you got lots of cracks and crevices around your vehicle that hold water. So I advise people to actually take their car, maybe drive it up and down the street a little bit, not a mile or so around the block. This kind of helps get some of the excess water out of the little cracks within your door handles, maybe the mirrors, quite possibly the bumpers too. And it helps out because most of your waxes don't like to be mixed with water, and it just makes a big mess. So this completes the drying off part. The next thing is application of your wax. You can apply the wax using your hand with the foam applicator, which once again is a little more time consuming, a little more elbow grease, or you can actually apply it with a machine buffer as well. Either step works. I would tell you to just do a body panel at a time. You don't want to do the whole vehicle and come back. It's good to just do a fender and then work your way to the door panel, then to the next door panel. Just do a section at a time, making sure that you overlap your strokes, make sure that you don't miss any of the paint, or anything, you don't want any holidays in your paint or in your wax. And once you pretty much got the paint or the wax on, it'll dry to a haze, and now the last step is removal of the wax. Once again, you can remove it by hand with a microfiber towel, preferably. They don't scratch the paint near as bad. Or you can use a regular towel, or you can use the machine. The buffer works pretty good. Just change to a new bonnet on the buffer, and it's real good. Once again, make sure that you overlap your areas. Make sure that you're not forgetting any, and you don't want to ride on the road with a big streak of wax down the side of your vehicle. The best thing to do is to get in the sunlight and kind of look down the side of your vehicle. Most of the time, you can pick up any excess wax that's on the vehicle, and you can go ahead and remove it and just go over it. Just take your time, make sure that you get it all off. So at this point, this concludes our proper techniques for waxing a vehicle. So tonight we've covered the actual item, the wax that you're going to need for waxing the vehicle, and different items, such as buffers and towels. We talked about proper washing techniques, the right way to dry a car off. We talked about how to put wax on and how to take wax off, like Mr. Miyagi said. So I hope you enjoyed this video tonight. Maybe in the future, if you thought about waxing your vehicle, or you're an experienced detailer, maybe this video helps you. And thanks for watching. Good night.